Fnaf Unwanted 2 is expected to release later in December, but what comes after that? Today, we'll be going through all the secrets that Steel will have recently been hiding in their Twitter posts about a possible secret game that we have not seen yet. It all started when Steel started to put Guess the Sketch on their Twitter, or X as it should be called now. They started to do things like the keys from Resident Evil. Nothing too big in terms of FNAF lore. But then we got this. At first glance, it doesn't look anything too special, but if you take a closer look, it has FNAF related tags to it, something that none of the Guess the Sketches previously had anything to do with it. Eventually, it was revealed that the item shown in the drawing was a Fairchild Channel F, which was a video game console. Interestingly enough, this same console was discontinued in 1983, which for FNAF 4 fans particularly will know is the exact same year of the Bite of 83, when the crying child lost his frontal lobe to Fredbear. Not too long after, we got yet another Guess the Sketch with FNAF tags. This time, it was of a child known as Figaro Foe from a TV series, and his main character trait was that he was scared of practically every possible thing imaginable. This instantly led people to create links to FNAF 4's main protagonist, the Crying Child. As we know, the Crying Child was scared of a lot of things. He was practically mentally disturbed, thanks to Michael, obviously, and it seems here that would be the case with Figaro Foe. So, these two have a very clear distinct link, but it was the third Guess the Sketch that knocked it out of the park. This time, it was an image of a Crying Child sprite, not the FNAF 4 Crying Child, but the Crying Child spirit. A day later, it was revealed that the sketch wasn't a Crying Child spirit, but actually that of the Crying Child from FNAF 4, which really confused a lot of people, including myself. This is because, as I stated earlier, that it was a drawing of the Crying Child spirit, and not that of the original Crying Child. The next Guess the Sketch showed a blue round circular face with a spider, which a Twitter user was very quickly able to connect to a video game known as Festus Quest, or the Addams Family game. What makes this significant is the resemblance between the Addams Family and that of the Apton family, with the same striped shirt on the child, again showing the Crying Child, and a somewhat small resemblance with the girl and Elizabeth. We still have one more Guess the Sketch to go through before we even talk about the next part of this video. This time, it shows what looks like an outfit and obviously Metal Sonic. People were quick to point out that the outfit looked like that of Andre the Giant, who, according to my knowledge, was the tallest person ever. Metal Sonic was created to copy Sonic, which is a resemblance to the Mimic, which was created to copy exactly what it sees. The reason Andre the Giant may have been mentioned here is because he actually died in 1993, which for FNAF fans will know is the same year that William Afton got springlocked and supposedly died. At this point, it seems like Stillwell isn't actually showing us a new game, but they're still giving lore hints, and we all would love that. Either way, I think it still could be the possibility of a new game from these teasers. But now, let's talk about what Stillwell said a while ago. Back on November 4th, the Stillwell team went on an interview where they told us what to look out for in the future of the franchise. In particular, they mentioned that they'd love to go back and see how things would be. I'm thinking 70s. That's the exact quote they said, meaning that this is another piece of evidence that we can use to possibly deduct that this will be a Fredbear's Diner game. But we're not done yet. We still have one last thing to talk about. That is the ice cream / fantasy ending of Ruin. If you go into the game files and look at the Fredbear cutout, you can actually see what it's named in the files. And without further ado, the name of the cutout in the files is 70s Freddy Ice Cream. If you remember anything what I said of less than a minute ago about the Steelwool interview, is that they said that they want to go back to the 70s, and this directly points to the 70s here. So I have a feeling that the next game after FNAF Help Wanted 2 will be a 70s game about FNAF 4. That's it for today's video. Thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. One more thing before I end the video though. Fredbear's Family Slaughter, it is almost done. I promise. If you look on my community tab, I have had to say that I will have had to delay the game for a while, but now it's slowly starting to get back into development. I'll let you all know the second I have even more information. Thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.